Morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day in Buffalo, and we have a special presentation to make to an extraordinary individual. But before I do that, just let me say that 5 weeks ago, our city was attacked by a hateful white supremacist that killed 10 people, injuring 3 others. A very, very difficult time for our city, a very difficult time for all of us. But it is said that we suffer our way to wisdom. We suffer our way to wisdom. To live is to suffer. To endure the suffering is to give meaning to the suffering. There's no way that we can bring those lives back. There is no way that we can bring those lives back. What we can do is remember them for the good people that they were and the good lives that they lived. Many elected officials were here and were a big part of the healing process, including the faith community. But I just wanted to recognize my friend Kaz Rodriguez. He was present for every vigil, for every funeral, for every time there was an opportunity to honor those who were taken from us. You're a good man, Kaz. I've always told you that. And you can see it in your eyes. You can hear it in your voice because it lives in you. And when one aspect of our community is attacked, we are all attacked. Last night, Congress approved comprehensive gun safety legislation. Not all the gun safety legislation that we needed. Not all the gun safety legislation what we needed. But it represents a start. And we need to go after those who oppose very reasonable gun safety legislation. Someone once told me that the best way to deal with a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. Well, one of the individuals that was shot was a 30-year veteran of the Buffalo Police Department. He was a good guy with a gun, but he was outgunned by the bad guy. That can never happen again in this country. With that, it gives me great pleasure to recognize the service of Hispanic veterans, including more than 80,000 who served in the Vietnam War, and the many who are in attendance here today. In particular, today we pay tribute to a trailblazer, Luis Sierra, the father of the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York President Esmeralda Sierra. Luis enlisted in the United States Army on August 28, 1968, and began his service at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, before his deployment with the 2nd Battalion, 5th Cavalry in the Republic of Vietnam. Arriving on March 18, 1970, his unit participated in numerous difficult battles. Army Specialist Sierra was honorably discharged from active duty on April 2nd, 1971, but continued to serve in the reserves until July 23rd, 1975. Upon his return home, Mr. Sierra married Sylvia M. Gonzalez, and they had 3 children. Mr. Sierra earned his bachelor's degree thanks to the GI Bill, and he completed his Juris Doctor and worked in Puerto Rico, both in the private practice and as an administrative judge for the Department of Consumer Affairs. After moving to Buffalo, Mr. Sierra worked for the New York State Department, Division of Human Rights, as a human rights specialist until his retirement. Esmeralda recently reached out to our office to see if we could assist in securing the medals her father earned while serving in the Vietnam War for the United States Army. We contacted the Army and are pleased to present them here today. For his service and sacrifice, Mr. Sierra has earned the Vietnam Service Medal with 3 Bronze Service Stars, a Republic of Vietnam Campaign Award with 1960 device, the Vietnam Veterans Lapel Award, the National Defense Service Medal, the Sharpshooter Badge with rifle bar. In addition, he is among 22 members of his unit to receive the Bronze Star Medal. The Bronze Star Medal is awarded to members of the military distinguishing themselves by heroic service while engaged in the action against the armed enemy. It is the fourth highest award presented by the military for acts of merit and for acts of courage. On behalf of a grateful nation, it is our honor to hand over these awards, as well as an extension of remarks which will be on file in perpetuity in the Library of Congress in our nation's capital, and a flag that flew over the United States Capitol in honor of this good and decent man. Today we give thanks to Mr. Sierra for his service to his country. We thank the Hispanic Heritage Council of Western New York for the many contributions that you make to this community, and I thank all of you for the honor that you give me to represent this community in the United States Congress. With that, come on, John. Bronze Star.
Engineer, hand salute.
You guys, go ahead. You guys go ahead.
Is the Bronze Star right?
He's got so many awards, we need 10 people to hand them out.
And here's the medals.
Estos son los otros de este Vietnam, tú sabes qué son estos, ¿verdad? Y este es la panza. ¿Usted quiere venir Mira, esta es la bandera. That flew over the Capitol.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You got the certificate or the medals? Or these? The certificate for the Congress. Louis. Here. One side, Louis. Oh.
Okay, now
The flag is
give him
last.
this. Then give him his.
And then it's,
We have the certificate.
That's a Vietnam serviceman.
that's your Vietnam serviceman.
Okay, we're good.
Now,
Okay.
wait, you got the flag.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when you could say that.
And that's
here's
the flag that flew over the Capitol.
Yep.
And now we presented with the flag that flew over the Capitol.